Making me cry, they make it and I become home. Tell myself that I'm your woman. Now me panic, tell my cross, and I tell my bones. Now me get my cool, making the bottom muscle. Making me cry, they make it and I become home. Watch it, run me a dirty, I'm running. Everything for delay, papa. If yes, madam, Sabria was in coffee. Yeah, Gold Coast idol. Na ye pi pape nya hwe ni obedu ni tie mu Saka me na tisa waka na montu banko Tina ya we never know when I'm a so good so we just want to be so we need to be a tear and I'll find you not damage me away crazy and it's just mama dem come in the bottom of make the cry and make it breaking and never come to my son and I am I'm a captain from across on a time of now me dem come in the bottom of make the cry and make it breaking and never come so you and me a dirty I get true Get out into the club, yes sir. I'm big from my baby. Here we go. Hey yo, tell me what's up now. Yeah, show me love. She got they make my heart jump. She wanna love me from a rough. So gonna cheat it when you stand up. So this yeah, totally a blast. House range roll by a girl on a X. Girl, I like the way you flex, oh yes. Wherever you wear your spurs, how they show dress. If you my comedy fat, when I'm in my bum again, the shows you my memories. Let me new lyrics, fun, in your marker. When you put when I'm a classic, to my new death, then I'm a market. When I make sure I'm in a shitty baby, then I'm in the house. So I need comfort, rather let me go bounce anytime, anywhere, rather let me go bounce. Now some book, me down for town, okay, now when I'm a comfort. So when you have me a friend, rather let me go bounce anytime, anywhere, rather let me go bounce. I'm about to let me show you. My lady, yeah, my baby, you could be a fairy, you could be a star, you could be a star, if you leave my baby, you're my lady, you're my baby.
Cryme and the G-Pop Band have won the maiden edition of the Gold Coast Idol, and we asked the president of Gold Coast Idol for her impressions of the competition.
The competition was very interesting. I mean, there was some Hi.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi.
I know people are waiting for us. They keep on saying, Princess, we can't find it on YouTube. So, hey guys, thank you for tuning in today. This is Princess Roy on the Pinky Room Show. And you can see my men, they are so ready, more than ready. They've got a lot to talk to about today. And I'm so excited about it today. So I'm so much excited about it today that I know that it's going to be, before we finish, we're going to let a lot. Okay, thank you. Sorry, just a little bit of technical issue. So,
That's
yeah.
fine.
Thank you so much for joining us. It's my wonderful guest.
Yep. Thank you.
So, sorry about that delay. You just have to adjust things and all that. You know how technical issues are. So, yeah.
That's fine.
so much for your time, your patience, and everything. I'm so grateful, guys. Hey, this is the Pinky Room Show with Princess Roy. Today, I have my wonderful, great team here, my guests. I have a lot to talk about with them today, and I believe that you're gonna learn a lot. So if you just tune in, we are live on Princess Roy YouTube now. We are also live on Aberdeen TV and also on Lively TV, Facebook and YouTube, Lively TV, Aberdeen TV, Facebook and YouTube as well. So we are everywhere. We are spreading everywhere, abroad, everywhere. So you can tune in anywhere you are. And thank you so much. I've seen some audience tune in already. Thank you so much. Send your comments, send your questions. My men are here to answer every question. Ladies, today's topic, as you know already, why do some men cheat? Okay, so I have a lot to talk about, right? But before we start our discussion today, we have a funny segment. Guys, I'm going to throw this question to you, okay? Someone sent this question to me. She said, Princess, I have this guy, right, who always, I know that he fantasizes after me, right? And he's asking me to come and visit him. So what do you think is going to happen if I go and visit him? What do you think, guys? What do you think that if that lady go and visit this man who always fantasizes after her, what is going to happen?
Okay. Mr. Davyne, you want to take this?
Anybody answer that question for us?
Well, if I have to base it off of myself, if I asked a woman to come over, it wouldn't be with good intention. Most men look for the external parts of a woman, the connection. Women look for the internal, want something that's of substance. Most men just looking for some immediate fun. So I don't think if somebody is pressuring you to come and see them, it's going to be any good. And I think most women nowadays.
Okay. What do you have to say, Mr. Cryme?
Yeah. First off, shout outs to everybody watching us wherever in the world. You know, I'm happy to be on the show. Now, if I tell a lady to come over to my place, I know in today's world, most people are thinking of the negative part, but sometimes you could just, you know, it's all about conversation. We could talk about it, anything that we want to talk about. But today's world, the invitation kind of sounds like, you're about to just get your jiggy with it, you know. But again, this is my advice to both. If you feel uncomfortable going to the guy's house, recommend the place outside. And the guy, if you have all the intentions of all the time inviting somebody over to just, you know, do whatever and not just have a conversation with. And if you believe in yourself, you really want to have a normal conversation. If you think the lady is uncomfortable with her coming to your place, choose outside, you know, because in the room you can never predict, anything can happen. But that shouldn't be the first motive, you know.
That's the thing. A friend of mine said this funny to me. He said, "What do you think? Obviously, we're gonna chew grab when you come to we're gonna chew clean up when you come to the room. What do you think? If I wanted to talk to you and I asked you to come, what do you think?" You know, and he really cracked me. And I hope you're watching wherever you are, because you told me you're gonna put your comments on the show. So we're waiting for your comment.
Definitely.
I want to.
I'm sorry, David, you were saying something.
Yeah, I want to say this. You know, if I wanted to get to know a woman, I'm not going to invite her to my house. You know, if I'm trying to get to know her, I'm not going to be like, our first get together. It's not going to be at my house, and it shouldn't be at her house either. So if she allows me to come to her house, then whatever happens is going to happen. If she comes to my house, then whatever happens is going to happen. 9 times out of 10, it never really goes anywhere when it starts out like that. So if I really am feeling somebody in the beginning, I'm going to say, hey, let's go somewhere in a place where we can really get to know each other and enjoy ourselves in the atmosphere, and then try to build from there. But anytime you try to cut and say, hey, come by the house, pretty much you're going to get
Exactly. I mean, for the first time, it's always not recommendable to invite somebody to your house. You can be inviting for a male, it could be a rapist. For a female, it could be a crazy person, you know. So mostly on the neutral grounds is always better. Probably maybe a cafe or cafeteria somewhere to eat and, you know, sit and chat so that it's neutral grounds. After that, everybody could just go back to their separate ways and everything. And again, all these things too, you know, we don't really, I don't really want to think about the negative side, but then it's obvious that it's amidst us all the time that anytime that an invitation comes, it plays a role whereby most of the people, both of them even think, maybe something might go down. But then with me, the question is that the timing is even part. If you're inviting somebody over during the daytime, it's more of a clear conscience. But if it's around, say, 9, 10, 11, 12, come on.
Well, hey, well,
I think this lady, what she meant was that obviously this man is after something, right? After something, keep something. I wanted to come and visit me. I wanted to, you know, come and visit me, you know. And she knows that this man is really yearning for something from her. So that's why she sent the question, said, what do you think will happen? You know, and I was like, okay, wait a minute. What do you think was going to happen? You know, obviously.
They go read Bible, nothing will happen. They go read Bible, nothing will happen. They go read Bible. All the from Genesis to Revelations. They go cover the whole book that day. Don't worry, nothing will happen.
All right. Okay, guys, in case you Princess Roy on the Pinky Room Show, and I've got my wonderful guest with me. I've got Dr. Cryme, right? He is the chief pop rapper. Hey, the 6-star general.
6-star general, exactly. Exactly.
And we have Davyne, that's the positive rapper from the streets to the scriptures, isn't it? Okay, before we finish this show, you guys are going to do your own acapella. Davyne, I will play your music. I was trying to get it on YouTube, but we couldn't get it. So what we're going to do is, before we finish, then we're going to play your music and share to people so that we can follow you, your books and everything. You talk about what you do, how people can find you, your music, everything. You're going to tell us before we finish the show. So I want to go out to our next segment, which is what is going on segment. On the what is going on segment, we talk about what is happening. Things are strange that are happening on this earth, right? I saw on the news, right, a man, I think this news happened in Ghana, and I'm sure the Cryme well back. A man who pushed a wife from a tall building and she ended up dying, right? And what do you think about certain things like this? Another man, something happened in the US whereby a baby daddy killed the baby mama, killed the daughter, killed 2 of the families as well. You know, and on this show we've talked about abuse, why some women go through abuse, why some men go through abuse. We've had some emotional and very touching stories shared on the show. So what do you think about this abuse? What happened? This man who killed the wife, pushing her all the way from the story building, and the man who shot the baby mama and the daughter and the 2 families. What do you think about that? That's what is going on in the segment. What do you think about that, guys?
But Dr. Cryme, I'll let you go first.
Okay, so if I understand right, it's about abuse, because in between the lines it was breaking, but it's about abuse, right, in relationship.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
When it comes to temper, it varies.
Yeah.
Sometimes from the start you might think that you know the person inside out. That is how come it led to marriage, you know. So you might think that you're living with the beautiful or the most prettiest angel ever. It could be both ways, whether the male or the female. But with the abusive side, if you see it early, way before marriage, I think it's best to walk away. If it can't be solved, walk away. Don't be like, I'm going to maintain this, and you know, later in the future I'm going to see to it and work on it. But if it appeared surprisingly in the relationship or in the marriage, as much as you can talk about it, I think that it has its limits as well. If it exceeds certain limits, like you've spoken about it all the time, people have come in, people have cancelled you guys and all this, and it's still going on. Come on, I say this: you have your life to own. God gave you this life for yourself. You would only merge with somebody, or you will partner with somebody and become one body. But if that other side is decaying, are you going to allow it so that you can all decay together? No. I don't. Personally, I wouldn't. How do I say this? I wouldn't recommend that you really stay. If you find out that this is becoming more abusive and everything, after a couple of counseling and everything, my sister, my brother,
come out.
The only thing we would hear in the future is Ajay. Probably we just lost one. So I think that our abusive relationship, people can really walk away, but sometimes it's not that easy. But still have a conversation, and if the time is right, just move on. Move on.
Right.
Okay. What do you think about that, Davyne?
Well, I think that manipulation is at an all-time high. I used to work at a school system, with young kids. I used to watch young girls allow young boys to beat up on them. And I would see these things firsthand, and I go run over there, and of course, I'm going to recommend the harshest discipline for what I see. But certain things I cannot control. When a young girl is in love with a young boy and he punches her, throws her down. And there's been times I've walked up on young girls and said, hey, I've seen them get slammed on the ground. And I go over there and she's like, oh, he's just playing. And because they like the little boy.
Yeah.
And young boys learn at an early age how to hit on young girls.
Yeah.
It just grows and it grows. And as they go in their lives, and they're unhappy with their lives, because a lot of men out here hurting themselves, and they don't have a window or opportunity to go to someone and say, hey, I need some help. So they bottle this anger up in them. And they, unfortunately, the most vulnerable person next to them is the woman, and they always seem to take the anger out on the woman. And a lot of women was those little girls in school that got punched on and beat up by little boys that said that they loved them and they cared about them, and they take their licks and their beating and their abuse, they take that for love. And some of them grow up from children to adults thinking that that's what it means to be loved. He's showing his care for me through the actions of being beaten. So externally, when we look at people, we say, hey, why don't you just up and leave? It's like an addiction to something. If this is all you know, understand? I used to run clubs too, right?
That's it.
And I used to run strip clubs, right? You smiled, Dr. Cryme. So I used to run strip clubs. And I remember a lot of entertainers that would come there, different cities, to come work at the club and dance. And they'll come there with pimps. And all the girls have to pay to work at the club. So he may bring like 5 girls, and he comes in there and pay for all of them to work. But at the end of the night, they made a lot of money, and they turn around and they give it to him. So one day I asked them, I said, why are y'all giving him all your money? They said, well, he provides us with transportation. He gives us security, as in protection like that. And he gives us housing, puts us up in a hotel everywhere we go. And that's why I say manipulation is at a hard-time high, because they could do that with the money that they were making. But they was giving it to him. And that's what a lot of men do to women. It's the manipulation of their minds, and they believe that what's being done to them is love. And that's why a lot of them continue to sit under that and don't know how to get out of it, because they think that that's how a man should love a woman. And that's it.
That's not. You know what? You guys have got a lot to talk about this topic. When we talk about abuse, you see, when we started talking about that, we never finished, because there were a lot to talk about. A lot.
Exactly.
So I think we will invite you again, the two of you, so you will talk to our men.
Okay. And the women too.
Abuse, because it's a big issue that is going on. It is a big issue. People are dying out of it. Just last year or this year, we've been hearing this dying man shot, a pastor shot the wife, Even me, with my family, one of my cousin was killed by the husband. My own cousin was killed. So this is it's a big deal when it comes to abuse. But today we want to focus on why do some men cheat on their wives? Because this cheating can also lead to abuse. You get what I mean? So let's go to that part, because I really want to hear why. And I've got a lot of questions. Some people also sent their messages and told me, Princess, this is why I cheated. They said this is the reason why I cheated. I didn't want to cheat, but I cheated because of this reason. So when I put this there, you guys will tell me, is that a good reason for a man to cheat? So in the first place, welcome. If you just join us, I've seen my audience. Thank you for joining us. You guys are so wonderful. So send your comments, send your questions. I've seen some few comments here. Thank you, guys. I'll make sure I'll read all the questions, all the comments. So keep them coming. And we need all your encouragement and everything that we need here to make this show very successful today. So when we say cheating, what at all is cheating? What is cheating? Dr. Cryme, what is cheating?
So basically, I think definition-wise, it says that somebody being dishonest, for your advantageous reasons or whatever. But I think that cheating is just trying to be smart about something which you think you can surprise the person's thinking. These are regular stuff, or these are the normal 9 to 5 that we do. But then how about I turn up like say 10 and quickly end at 4? I'm trying to cheat the time, but same time in the eyes of the people, I'm on track with them. You always want to be that smart or outsmarting somebody. Now, my point is that why men cheat, sincerely, I can speak for all men.
You can't speak for all men, yeah.
But I'm thinking, I think we lost Davyne.
Oh, Davyne, okay. Definitely, I think he will
Please get him back, yes. Now, the reason why I think some of the men cheat is that out of curiosity, that's one. Okay. Out of abundance, that's also two.
Yeah.
So, like I said, out of curiosity, men cheat. Out of abundance, men cheat. And sometimes for no reason. People cheat for no reason. Like they don't even have a reason. They have a pretty wife. They have a pretty girlfriend. They have a beautiful job. Yes, they have a beautiful job, and they still want to do something else. They know that it's going to cost them later in the future, but they just don't care. So. Let's say out of curiosity, sometimes they feel like, okay, I have a perfect wife, but I've been with her for all this, or I have a perfect, beautiful girlfriend. I've been with her all this while. How does it feel like to be with somebody else and, still be with my wife? Out of curiosity, he wants to find out. Boom, he goes in there. But then the whole point is that
curiosity can kill the cat, isn't it?
Exactly. Now it kills more than the cat. Curiosity kills the cats, the lion, the dogs, and everything, So people are curious, they want to find out things, and they end up hurting themselves and the other person as well. Because out of curiosity, there's a proverb, let me break it down for Davyne. It's more like,
will not miss that out.
If you keep looking, you keep going to the cops, you're trying to find out what is beneath the eyes of the cops, you will definitely see a ghost, So your curiosity will definitely, yes. So out of curiosity, you might achieve and find out what it feels like, but eventually there's going to be a hurt in there. Again, people out of abundance, they feel like cheating. Okay. I have this. I can.
Okay.
Yes. First is curiosity, and again, out of abundance. Okay. Some people have the means. They have the source. They have the plug. So they feel like, what? Even with taxes. Excuse me to say. They say some of the rich men, they cheat with taxes. They already have it. They're supposed to pay so that the country will better, or probably the country will earn something from them. But they still find ways of, how can I outsmart the taxes thing and not even pay so that I'll still double and triple my money? Out of abundance, he already has it, but he's employing more better people to help him cheat. So that's how come sometimes we also have cheating in there. And some people, They don't get no reason. They just want cheat. No reason. They just want
And
cheat.
that is very annoying. You know,
Yeah.
someone told me, I think a friend of mine, a pastor, said to me that, you know what,
Yeah.
Princess, it's better you have a rich man who will cheat on you and give you whatever you want than
Yeah.
to be someone who doesn't have and still cheats.
Yeah,
And
that mean,
he said, but now
you
I
don't
do
have
get
anything to give, but you are throwing
it's
what you already have away. You know what the big, excuse me to say, some of the big men or the wealthy people, when they cheat and
yeah,
they're caught, oh, baby, I'm sorry. You know what? There's a
and buy
new
you
Range
whatever.
Rover out there. It's for
Yes,
you. It's for your
yes,
compensation. But the broke
yes.
one don't even have a reason. You ask him, why did you cheat? He be scratching all day. It's like,
And that
so
hurts.
why are
That
you with
hurts.
her? Or why did you go do this? He doesn't even have
That's
a
it.
reason. He's just looking at you like that. Like, were you tormented, or were you was a demon on? They don't even have a reason. They just
No
they just do it
reason.
for doing sake.
No reason.
So it comes in
Yeah.
diverse ways, man.
So our positive wrapper, what do you have to say for us, Davyne? What do you think about
Yep.
cheating?
Why do men cheat?
We're talking about what is cheating in your own way? What is cheating to you?
Uh, well, I think the doctor here, what he said cheating is, but it's so many directions I could go with this thing right here. I mean, that title alone touches so many places with me. But
Yeah.
if I had to say why a man cheats, I would have to start from the beginning and say, because he's not ready to be married.
He's not ready.
Not ready to be married. And it
But
be
this man is already in marriage. He's already dating, or he's married already, and he's cheating.
Right. But see, I can't talk from the aspects of dating people. I think they're gonna be in and out. You know, you can find yourself in and out when y'all just girlfriend, boyfriend. I don't care if you've been together 20 years, but if you haven't committed, then that means that it's still something there not quite right. I'm talking about those that have crossed the burning sands and have committed, and they say that, hey, you're going to be my helpmeet, and they made you their wives. A lot of times, even the Bible, Dr. Cryme, it would say that it's better to get married than to burn, because even the Bible knows that men suffer from sex. They have to have it. So a lot of men marry or even have a girlfriend, a living girlfriend, because they expect to have that, because that's something that men have to have, and that's something that women enjoy, but a man has to have it like gasoline in your car.
Exactly.
So men is going to do whatever they got to do to make sure that they have that accessible to them. But I would say that most men that I have talked to that are married said that they had more sex with their current wife before they became their wife. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once they got married, all of the wonderful things and the little tricks and all the stuff she used to do, it stopped. Because, and it's not just with a woman, it's with a man too. Everybody becomes lackadaisical and comfortable. You know, when you meet somebody, Princess Roy, you want to make sure you sharp and nice every time they see you. Then as time goes by, he may catch your hair wrapped up. Catch you in sweatpants, and as time goes by, you start revealing new things about yourselves. You ain't as sharp, even not just with your dress, but how you treat that person. You understand? And I think that sometimes a lot of men cheat because they're just not getting what they need at home. A lot of men, I'm talking for myself. See, now I gotta take these shades off because
it's getting serious.
Talking about a woman being abused. I'm talking about when I was in a relationship and I was mentally abused. No matter what I did, she never saw any. She could not see any good or glory in me. No matter what I did, no matter how I tried to do it, she always found something wrong in me, and it had me always second guessing my abilities until I got in front of people like you all, and you reminded me of how powerful and mighty that I am. But this person always broke me down. and I found myself always venting in front of anybody that would listen. So if I vented in front of the right person, female wise, and she saw differently of me, then I would find myself sometimes alone with this person and getting what I need from the person that I loved and wish I was getting it from, but I'm getting it from sometimes a total stranger. Because as a man, even as a man, we want to be told that, hey, you look nice or sharp, or we want to be held sometimes.
Okay.
Somebody wants something nice.
Okay, so here you're making a point that it's not just we women who want to hear that sweet thing from men, saying that you look beautiful, you look this, you look charming, but you men also want to hear your ladies or your women tell you that, hey, you look good. Is that what you're saying now?
Proud of you or respect what you're doing.
Okay.
And back doing and be that like, you know, I heard this one powerful man that I respect said that all men are the visionaries and the women are the architects. They help draw up what the man sees. The man has to see it and the woman draws it up. So I believe that we have to be that perfect team. But if we're not there,
that's it.
You understand?
Sometimes, let me say this. Sometimes men, I think some men cheat because like they don't care about the end results anymore. It's like you're putting them through that stress. They know what's about to happen, or in fact, you don't give them that joy anymore. And totally, it's like they go like, whatever happens, I don't care. I'm just gonna do it. You know, because when it gets to that, let me say it in a local way. When they get to that I don't care level, they just don't care. Because if you, just like the Davyne was saying, if you refuse to see the good in me, I mean, at the point, if I push, I'm human. Regardless, I'll still have a limit. And if I can exceed that limit anymore by impressing you or trying to be the better man you want me to be, come on. I don't care. I just won't do anything.
I don't care. Okay. Yes. So in this case, we blame the women for doing that.
No, ourselves.
Yourselves.
Both. Yeah, but I mean, come on. I'm a man. I can't blame all the men. Of course, I would talk for the women demonstrated, you know, regardless. But all I'm trying to say is that, okay, let me say this. We mostly hear of and then this guy go cheat and stuff and all that, you know.
Yeah.
First off, we hardly the women are only in a pain, but we don't really talk about it because you know we're men. If we're angry, we speak to our friends amidst the peers.
Yeah. Okay.
But when the male offends the woman, Charlie, broadcast, everybody go hear out.
We'll come to that point because I don't get why that happens, right? Because I get to hear that people say that if a woman cheats on a man, it's very painful and the man can go crazy. Well, the same man would cheat on the woman and feel like it's okay. Forgive me. I'm sorry. It's normal. Let's get on with it.
Well, let me say something to that. I always gave women their credit. I said women has always been stronger than a man. A man might be stronger in the arms,
the muscles,
but the woman is always stronger here. A woman can actually sometimes catch a man in the act, or have been in so many. Went through a lot of things with a man, catching them with this person or catching text messages and all of this stuff. And if she really, really wants this man, she can put that stuff to the side. Don't forget, she's going to remind him every chance she get of all his short
exactly.
But she
will fight for it. She will fight for it. Yeah.
Can move on in that relationship and still sometimes be the best woman for that man, even though knowing that the person that he did what he did with is still out there, she still can move on from it. The difference with a man is he can't move on from it because no man wants to picture another man with his woman in the way that he knows she is with him.
Why that? That's what I don't get. Why that? Because it's the same thing with us women. If you cheat, right, we don't want to see our men cheating on us.
Right.
So we feel the same pain. Even though we try, because sometimes our culture says that women, when you marry, you can't divorce. when women, you have to endure, right? So we endure. Doesn't mean that we can handle it. We feel the same way. I'm telling you. So don't think I'm speaking for my women anyway. Hey, I'm speaking for my women. Yeah.
Well,
So,
you have a solid point, but you see, just like we said, we both forgive.
Yeah.
We both forgive. Men and women, we both forgive. But women, they don't forget. Women,
that's
they
the
don't
thing.
forget. Listen, every least chance they will try remind you of what you did.
Yes.
It being actions or even worse. They will just try to remind you of what you did.
I think it's because pardon me, because I have experienced that few times, right? If you have a man who respects you and when he does something to you, he sincerely come out from his heart and say, I'm sorry.
Exactly.
He feels sorry. Then it's easy to forgive that man than the man who will do something to you and then ignore you. That woman will never forget.
Well,
that woman will never forget.
Most of the time, if a man says he's sorry because he's caught, I mean, he's not sorry. He's just want to get past that situation.
You are sharing some secret on this show today. Right. Trust me.
But
ladies are hearing what he's saying, so we shouldn't listen to the sorry part of it because it's not for real. It is not. You just want to walk past it.
This doesn't apply to all men. I mean, most of the men, not all of them.
Sure, nobody wants anybody if they do it behind want to hurt you. But I'm just saying, just like when anybody get caught stealing, you might apologize for it, but you only apologize because you got caught. You understand? If you had
exactly.
You would have been enjoying whatever you took. But listen, this came from my uncle a long time ago. He said this to me, right?
Okay.
He said that women normally breaks up with their man a year before they actually leave him. So I said,
it's
what?
True.
I said,
I
what?
do agree with that.
He said
100%.
Listen how he explained. He said, listen to me, nephew. He said, a woman allow you to hurt her over and over. Then the day comes when she decides that she is only going to give you one more year. He said, she's not going to tell you. And he said, in that last year, she is going to fight for you because she don't want this thing to end. But you, with your arrogant self, going to keep coming and going as you please because all of the times you have done her wrong, she stayed there. But he said, what you're not going to notice is as time goes by and she keeps telling you, hey, stay home with me, spend time with me. I want to do this, I want to do that. And your arrogant self keep going in and out and not paying her no attention. Slowly but surely, all those phone calls she used to make to you are going to start to die down. She's not going to be checking on you all the time like she used to. Then we get closer to that year and she's starting to fade in her feelings. You're going to do one last stupid thing.
That's it.
She's going to up and leave. And guess what? When she leaves, she's fully over you. And guess what? The man's hurt has just begun. His hurt has just begun.
That is the truth.
He's done. And that's why men be like, how can you be so heartless and just up and move on? But she hurt for an entire year and now she's gone. And that's it. That's why women appear to be a lot more stronger than men because y'all can do stuff like that. I could not.
Yeah.
You understand, Dr. Cryme?
Exactly.
For so long. She has endured for so long. We do endure, but the more we keep on enduring the pain, we withdraw. That's how women are. So if we come to the breaking point, like you said, if it's over, she's done with you. If she's done, she's done with you. And I do agree with your uncle 100%.
Exactly. Everybody has a breaking point. But let me say this.
That's it.
There's so many ways, back to the topic, so many ways of men breaking away and, why men cheat or do, not necessarily, not because they don't adore their woman. It is because sometimes they just, men don't want many things like the women. Few things. Respect.
Okay.
That's it. That's all men want. Respect. Just acknowledge me, and that's it. You know. And again,
we'll come to that part as well. You explain to us respect, because we women want to know what you mean by respect.
Respect.
So you keep on, but you come back to that. Yeah.
Okay. Now, again, everybody, for it to get to marriage, I'm not married, so I can't really speak for a lot of married people. But then, anytime that you're dating somebody, there's something that is always fascinating. And again, it's always sweeter from the start. You understand? It's always sweet from the start. You get to see a lot of things. It's more like a whole series with a lot of episodes in there. Now, when we become too comfortable and familiar, then instead of a whole series with a lot of episodes in there, it becomes just a complete movie, probably a 30-minute movie, because you think that, oh, you've already seen this and you already know our script. Like, regardless, I've won awards already and everything with this. So it's strictly you that I know. I don't want to wow you again. That's when the cheating thing comes into the mind, because remember, like yourself, the lady, the man also goes out there, gets to see a lot of things. We both watch movies and TVs, and sometimes we fantasize like, yo, I know my girl is dope. I know my woman is dope. But the reason why this is more doper is that she's not doing that anymore. You know, how she used to come to me, that you know what, sometimes, let me say this. People think that when two people meet in the room is always about, you know, that. But sometimes you just it's just the presence.
Hit on it. I want you to say the word. This is a real talk show, so just say it as it is. You know, no.
So people think in the room is always about getting jiggy with it, you know. But sometimes you just you know, sometimes you can even be in bed and you be staring at your woman, like a lot of things will be going on in your head, like, whoa, all this is mine. Whoa, look at the way she's looking. Well, you know, all this fantasizing, these are all sweeter from the early stages. Later, when you guys become familiar, you can still have that feeling, but nothing is triggering it now anymore, because she's too comfortable with you now. She feels like, he's my man already. I don't have to wear all those beautiful things or make my head all nicer anymore. Sometimes when we don't set our minds back, or even one of the things that we also forget, sometimes we can just have that conversation and ask our man, honey, what do you think I'm lacking? Do you think I'm losing something? You know, you don't have to ask when you are in pain, like, what did I do? Don't I have the same thing? Look at me. I'm a woman. We only say that when we are in pain. Sometimes on the low, we could just ask, how would you like to see my hair this week? All these things were nicer from the start, because, you know, after busy days, work and everything, these be the things we want to hear cool off. We don't want to hear anything again, because then we went to town and a whole lot of activities or a lot of phone calls and everything, we just want to hear this few filters. You understand? But then when we grow in the relationship or we grow in love, sometimes we will take it back to the 80s or 90s and just, you know, rekindle something. Then you will still have your forever young boyfriend back in the mood again. And, you know, the cheating stuff no will come in mind. But if you are there and, you know, you're like, we are, let me speak the book, we are there. You know, then nothing new is going to happen. And that one, if you see something new, he's definitely going to go for that. That is one of the reasons why men cheat too, you know.
Okay.
Because he feels like, okay, that's why. Sorry.
Yeah, you can keep on.
Yeah, I mean, if you give us that mentality, like, oh, I'm the wife at home, if you take me like normal. Of course, sometimes we always want that new blood and the new freshen, and our eyes they see things. Things they come now.
What do you know? Our eyes are also seeing.
Our eyes they see things, Davyne. If I come Ghana and see things,
the packs and all that. David,
I'm telling you.
We women also see it out there, because when we get married to you, you get all this belly, because we did why do some women?
That is too much. No, that is too much. That is too much.
But we feel the same way. That's what some men don't get it. Women, we do feel the same way, because we also want to see that man that we married, right? But if we lose our shape,
it boils back to communication. If communication don't come inside, you see, because without the communication, I might think, I might still be doing what I have to do all the time. And it's not my fault that Monday to Saturday I'm working. It's not my fault that men are we always feel this like, oh, it's always never enough. We have to provide for the home, even though the woman might be working or whatever. In our mindset, I don't know about other countries, but in our mindset here in Ghana or in Africa, we'll be the head of the house. We will provide. We don't want to make one house lack. We don't want here yawa for town. I don't want to make my woman lack. Make she go ask somebody. You understand? I have to be on the grind all the time and all. You know. So with all these things going on, already wahala day my head top. So and I feel like even though she's working or whatever, sometimes she has time more than I do.
That's it.
Because I'm all about the grind. You understand? Now with the grind, as I'm moving and going and trying to provide for the family, when I'm relaxed and I'm laid back like this, sometimes we wish that we could just see that our fresh girl that I was talking to, that I always want to talk to her on the phone. The same, you know, fine, if you complain about my pot belly and everything, but you understand it's because I'm with you. But you see, sometimes you can have that beautiful dialogue and be like, Daddy, yo, be like your stomach to come on. Yeah, I like your youth days. You know, bounce back into that youth days. And man, no matter how hard we will be like, oh, you know, when we sleep on the pillow,
and you think
it sinks in there. You go like, Charlie. She says she likes my 6-pack back. If I don't look sharp, some 6-pack will come carry her. You know, we might be not really paying attention to it from the start, but it will still sink in. Then we want to meet, because men always want to do what if you please their women. Do you understand? So if the thing sinks in there, I will be on my grind, I will be on my toe and be in check. But if you don't talk about it, I feel like, yo, I'm okay. You like me like this. Okay. Do you understand? So communication causes these things a lot from both ways. Lack of communication.
Yes. If you just tune in, guys, this is the Pinky Room with Princess Roy, and I've got my wonderful guests. You can see them. I've seen a lot of comments going on. I'm going to read all your comments, but you can see them yourself. It's this place is too hot for me because we haven't even started yet. So you can imagine what's going to happen when we start. So there's a lot going on. If you just tune in, you can share our page on Facebook, Lively TV, Aberdeen TV, and also our YouTube link. You can share with your family and friends for them to also join this conversation because it's very important. Ladies, I told you, I am very ready today to hear a lot because I want to know what the men want from us ladies and what also we can do to keep them. It's very important. And what's the reason? What makes them cheat? Because if we know why they cheat, we can also work towards that. If you want to keep your man, you have to learn from today. These are men who has been there. They've been in relationship and they know the reason why men cheat. And they've said a lot if you're listening, right? They want you women to always keep your shape, keep yourself as you used to, do your hair. Don't get tired and say, oh, okay, I'm not used to you. No, so hey, you have to do what you do. That the thing that attracted him to you, do the same thing in the bedroom, everywhere. Make him feel that you are still, girl, right? That he met the eye, you caught his eyes. If not, the saying out there, they'll be going for fresh blood. Okay. So Davyne, what do you want to say as well? And now we'll go on the questions that people have sent here and the reasons why they cheat. So let tell us what you also, if you have anything to add to what Dr. Cryme have just said.
Well, going back to why men cheat, like I was telling you before, it's all about a man being inspired. A man has to be inspired. I used to tell my wife, when I go somewhere and I perform, and Dr. Cryme, that was a nice video you had too.
Thank you. Bless you, sir.
I told my wife that if I go somewhere and I perform, I don't care if it's 2,000 people there, 200 people, no matter how many people are there.
Yes.
I come off the stage. I don't care if all 2,000 or all 200 people come up to me and tell me that I was awesome. The only thing that matters to me is how she tells me I did.
True.
I've been someplace and I felt like I was off the chain, and she told me you was up there too long.
Okay.
like,
so you love her compliments.
yeah, like,
You don't care about
yeah,
anyone's compliment than your wife's.
right. But my point is, I value her opinion about certain things. So if the person that I value doesn't see greatness in me and doesn't tell me who I am, I cannot give her what she expects. A lot of women believe that talking down to a man is going to somehow get him motivated to get out here and make something happen. And it doesn't work like that. You understand? It just doesn't work like that. A man, a real man, you have to get to a certain place in your life where this is what you want. You know, you as a man, you got to get to a place where if you with a woman, you can see just you and her on earth, and that doesn't, and nobody else matters.
That's it.
Just the two of you.
You get to that point. I was only like that twice in my life. The first time I was a little young boy in college, didn't know no better, found this girl, and I was like, oh my God, I wish God would just take everybody off earth and leave me and her. I saw me and her sitting, living in the woods with just a little cabin house.
Little cottage.
And I'm telling you, man,
wow.
She was my first love, and I didn't know. She introduced me to love. I gave her all of me. Never cheated on her or anything. But she ended up cheating on me. And I was, when I went to the military and I came back and saw the little we are talking straight up, right? Can't be real. Came back, had a hickey on her neck, and I know I ain't did it because I was far away. Had a hickey on her neck. And then she finally told me, you know, and I mean, we was young at the time. I forgave her, but she awoken something in me that I didn't know existed. And I believe that from that point, I didn't trust women because I was like, I gave you everything you wanted. I gave you money. I gave you my time. I gave you my love. And then you did this to me. So every relationship after that suffered because of what she did to me. Wow. You understand? So I never got over that because I said, dang, I'll never give anybody what I gave her. You understand?
Yeah.
So now that I'm in a marriage, I'm back at that point. You understand that, hey, God, do whatever you got to do, as long as me and this person is together. But when a man gets to that point in his life, you have to build him up. He has to be inspired. He has to, because you got to think about it. As a man, and especially a black man, you have to be so many different people when you leave your house. When you come home, you just want to be you. You just want to be the king of your home. You go to your job, you got to step and fetch and do whatever you got to do. Even in the music world, you know, I do music, you do music. We got to do so many things to fit into certain arenas. You know what I'm saying? We gotta tone down certain things and can't do this, and we gotta always think of down the road, around the corner, what they gonna think, what this person gonna do, and you know, I'm going to school, I gotta leave God out of it. It's just so much. When I come home, I just want somebody to say, man, you're awesome. Man, you're great. You can do anything that you can do. Baby, I miss you. That's all a man really wants. A real man.
You want her to be your cheerleader. You want her to be your cheerleader. That's the man. That's what we're supposed to do anyway. If you're a lady, you are sending your comments to us. Are you doing that? I am learning something. I'm telling you, I'm really learning something because I want to make it better now. Do you get what I mean? So we should learn. We have to be there for our men. We have to support them. They need those words from us. We are not the only people that we need that sweet words, that encouragement. They need that as well. They need to be treated as a king. You see, so you have to talk to him like a king. My man, what do you want? Like, you look cool. You know, I know you are the best. Those kind of words will make him the man that you want him to become. That's how God has created men. It's hard for us to. I think the thing is, if we go in for the wrong people, right, it makes it difficult for you to even recognize the man who he is in his place. Because some women will say that he did not treat me well. He doesn't respect me. He doesn't treat me well. Maybe she was at the beginning doing whatever she's doing for this man, but he never recognized. He cheated anyway, whatever she does. So when she gets fed up, that's it. That is it. And some women do the same thing. We go through the same thing. If we go through a very painful cheating, like if a man, like Davyne gave everything to this lady, and what happened? She messed everything up.
Exactly.
And then he messed it wonderful man up. And now look at what happened. Another lady has to suffer for all these pains because he wasn't going to give all again. You see how it is?
Again, one thing, you remember that I was talking about dialogue and communication.
Communication, yeah.
Forgive me, but most women is always never enough. Sometimes you try your best to, put things right, but it's always never enough.
No.
You don't know how to really turn them because in you thought you did your best, but then still she'll be coming at you like, no, why are you talking to my friend? You explain to her this is nothing. Then she moves from the friend to the phone, trying to find. Sometimes there's nothing. They go do always something without you even having a knowledge about it.
Yes,
like generally, we know women are complicated. We understand, but before a man will go to that extent, sometimes wrong accusation can even make men cheat. I don't think it's on the masses when it comes to the ratio, but sometimes wrong accusation even makes it happen. Like you keep talking about something he hasn't done. It's like make I do one prep, then just judge me because you're talking about this girl. It happens. I mean, you're talking about this.
I'm hearing what he's saying.
I mean, you're talking. You cheat. Because the whole thing is that sometimes most of the lies even becomes like a truth. You keep talking about this girl all the time. Who is she to you? Why is she texting you? To the extent of you have even deleted the number. She still talks about. Is it because you were supposed to come home at 9? You came at 10. I know you were with that lady. I'm like, come on, I'm not even talking to her because you told me not to. The more you're being accused, later you will be changing your mind. Say, you know what?
So Cryme. Why don't you take that woman out of the scene? If your wife is not happy about it or your girl, why don't you cut that woman away? Because she might be a threat to that woman.
You see, advice is very important. And if you're in a relationship, we all do sacrifices. We have a lot of people that you will drop their numbers off, delete them, don't even pick them up again, even though it might just be a lift. You will not do that again because of your woman is telling you, and you don't want to hurt that woman. But every least little thing, it doesn't even concern the A character she's talking about, but she will still come at you that is the same A. I know it is her. If you like, if you don't be her, swear her, and they'll go hard at you. And at the end of the day, if your mind is all stuffed up and everything, it's not because you want to do it, but this world should be funny. Some circumstances, sometimes you end up somewhere where the person said, and you see, if you're not feeling that love, and that person show you that love, come on, you might end up, not because you want to hurt the woman, but you are getting something that you are even sacrificing for the same woman that you love. She's not even appreciating, and the one that they are talking against her, she's showing you something that you even want. It being from the respect.
Don't you know that women are very smart when it comes to that point? When a woman knows that, if a woman knows that a man is married, if a woman knows that a man is married, right, and she wants to do everything to get that man. He will do everything that she can. She will cook, she will clean, she will do everything that she's supposed to do. Thinking just to make you feel that she is the best. She's better than your wife. That's women. I'm telling you my side as a woman. Okay.
Thank you for telling me. I know now.
To take you. Do everything to take you. And after we get you and that wife is gone, when we come in, we'll portray the same character that woman is portraying. That's what men get it wrong. You see, she will pretend to give you all the attention because she knows that she knows what she's up to. She will give you everything.
But
that's
on the flip side of that, Princess Roy, the flip side of that is whenever a woman is in a turbulent relationship and she's been cheated on and hurt by her husband, and let's say some little smooth guy come along, and even if he may come as a friend, somebody you may even know. It could be a friend, a mutual friend of you and your husband or boyfriend or whatever. And you tell them hey, my husband is not a good listener. You know what the guy is going to do?
He's going to give you a listening ear.
He's going to
listen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Say that my husband never takes me out to eat. He said, hey, man, let's go out to eat and let's talk about this because I know you need a friend. Everything you say to a man that your husband is not doing or your boyfriend is not doing, he's going to
be correcting those mistakes for you.
He's going to instantly become that. And then you're going to start seeing something. The same thing with women. You get manipulated the same way.
Exactly.
And you start thinking that this guy, you know what? I don't have to stay in this marriage or I don't have to be faithful to him because there are good people out there. You know, and he's manipulating you the same way. And then, you might end up giving your body to him and y'all might have some good nights. But just like how you explained about a woman, it's going to have the same results. Everybody does that. But the truth of the matter is, in life, Dr. Cryme know, Princess Roy know, I know, elder viewers know that everybody knows how to fix their life. We act like if you're in a marriage and you know you don't trust one another, you already know that y'all should just go your separate ways.
Separate ways.
You know, don't trust each other because it's just going to be a roller coaster. Where you going? Where you at? Calling people from and you still in turbulence. You understand? It's just like
it is.
Wait, you know what to do, but you rather find a pill that'll just make something go away while you sleep instead of doing the hard work. So what I'm saying is that we all are suffering and going through something. Men, another real reason we ain't really talk on it because men need sex. Period. I mean, men need sex.
That's it.
You know, even in the Bible, I ain't trying to make this, but in the Bible it says, like, if you're together, I guess that's, you know, in marriage, you know, and I'm paraphrasing, and it just said that you should not deny yourself to your spouse. You understand? And if y'all decide to do that, it should be on both terms.
That's it.
But not do it long because you don't want the devil
to come in
and then you can come back on one accord. That's what it says. And going back to what I said earlier, it is better to marry than to burn. And there's a lot of men that are married and still burning because women like to use sex as punishment and
as punishment
kryptonite to a man. It's a lot of men round up on Valentine's Day. Last year, I was at the flower shop watching guys in there. Man, I even heard a guy call his wife a bitch. I got to get these flowers for this bitch.
Wow.
Why? He know that if he don't buy her some flowers and candy and take her out to eat, he's not going to get no sex. You understand?
It's payday time.
So they're not doing it with good intentions because men want sex and women use it to control the narrative. If you're happy, I'm going to cut this off. And if you do it too many times, that's why.
Well, maybe that's what the men, you see, some men go in for a woman because of that. So if that thing become the reason that woman will get will have that way to manipulate you because she knows that that's what you want. But if you are in with different intention, that true love, genuinely, then even if she does that, it wouldn't tickle you.
Princess Roy.
It wouldn't tickle you.
But all men want sex. I don't care intentions.
Ladies, I hear what they're saying.
They just want sex.
Sandra, my friend Sandra is on. Can you hear? All men want sex. So that's don't deny yourself. Don't deny yourself from your husband. Abigail, I have my friend Abigail also watching. Thank you guys so much. She's asking, who cheats most, men or women?
Women.
Boom, 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 boom. That's the question.
Women.
I will say the men. Okay.
No.
I would say the men.
So with the question again, who cheats the most?
Who cheats the most? Men
Wound
or
men.
women?
Wound men. Wound men. No, not women. Wound men. They do.
They are saying women. What do you think?
No, wound men.
See, listen, of course, the women gonna always say the men because if you go on social media right now, all you see is women talking crazy about a man.
Yeah.
Making subliminal messages. These men this, this man that. But the truth of the matter is, you know, both people cheat, but women don't count what they do as cheating. Y'all just don't count what y'all do as cheating. It's like women always say they have a reason for why they're doing it. It was because of him. He wouldn't pay me no attention. He didn't do nothing for me. He just and this, that, and the third. But listen, y'all used to could hide behind that and say all men are dogs until these reality shows start popping up. Now you got all these reality shows that show that all these women care about really is the money. And the money rules all the world right now. So you got a lot of women, they don't call it cheating, they call it securing the bag.
Okay.
I gotta do whatever I can.
That's a new term I've learned today.
I need the Chanel bag, I need this, I need that. So when guys make propositions to them and all of this stuff, that's not cheating. That's me trying to make a come up. So it's classy when a woman puts it in her little way, but they always look at men as being aggressor doing stuff when women are just as aggressive. There's a video on
true. I agree.
Social media right now of this guy that always it's called Gold Diggers. And y'all might have seen it with this guy.
Okay.
He's always walking and a beautiful girl walks by. He tries to get her name.
With the flashy cars and
she ignores him until he hit that button on his remote to the car.
On his remote.
And when you see the car, then all of a sudden, my name is.
I want to talk to you now.
Ready to talk to him and give him a vibe. So what I'm saying is that you can't say that men are the most cheaters. Everybody has an issue. We all have an issue.
The reason why men are easily mentioned is that women cheat, but women are hardly caught. So the blame, so the blame easily goes to the men because the women, and they can play really good roles.
So would you say that we are smarter? We are very smart. Women are very smart.
From day one, from the biblical time, day one, you guys have always been smart, regardless. From day one, from the days of Adam.
Exactly, crime. I ain't gonna let her get away. I'm not gonna let her get away with that. She's trying to diss us just now. I ain't gonna let her get away with that.
I understand, but you see, when we go to the biblical form, right? Or let's go a little biblical.
Yeah.
From creation, man was created first, leader, no doubt.
Yeah.
Now, forbidden fruit, they were talking about it. Don't eat this one. Oh, you don't want me to go there? If you don't want me to go there, that's fine. Because I know you already know the answer to it. But listen, Adam would have been in the garden for 1 billion years and would have never found that.
One woman did that, and now we have something for that.
Regardless, it always started from a woman, you know. So from day one, you tell Adam, say, Adam, if you look sharp, that is sweet past sweet. You understand?
Hey, but listen, I would not go as far as to say women are smart.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to put it like this here. Men, unless his woman has given him reason to, men either don't even question them, or they just take whatever the woman says as sound value, but only if he has never been caught doing anything. So a woman can casually say, hey, I'm about to go see my friend or go somewhere. And most of the time, a man be too busy worrying about what he can get into while she's going and while she's living her best life. You understand what I'm saying? So men, so trifling, are trying to mess with the girl right next door. Whereas a woman to have enough sense to find her somebody across town, 2 towns over, or whatever. A man will try to get with her co-worker, maybe even her friend, because I'm not gonna say men are just moved by sex so badly that they don't care about the precautions. They think they slick in a lot of things that they do, and women are just as slick. It's just that men don't try to keep up with you unless you have done something to lose his trust.
It's trust, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Guys, if you just tune in, this is Princess Roy. This is the Pinky Room Show with Princess Roy. Our time, because we couldn't start on time, we have a little bit more time to discuss about why do some men cheat. I have seen a lot of comment going on there. I have seen some debate going on there. Someone says that men cheat the most, no doubt. Okay.
Thank you.
So, yeah.
We're here. Thank you. We're here.
Okay, so let me go on this what people sent to me. They've said, someone said that I cheated because my wife did not give me sex. Like Davyne said, men love sex. So his reason for cheating is because the wife is not giving him sex. And do you think that is the right thing for him to do if the woman is not giving him sex as he cheats?
Well, I can't say that's the right thing to do, but that's what's going to happen in a realistic world. You know, I'm looking at, I had a woman one time that started denying me when we was in a relationship, and I was like, at one time I was denying her in the beginning.
Okay, so it happens to the men too.
But denying her is because I was banging everything out there.
That is real talk. That is real talk. I like that.
So when I came home, I was tired. Dr. Cryme, I was tired.
I know that. I know that.
Real talk, and I love that. I love that.
She used to be wondering what is going on. Why she's touching me? You know what I'm saying? But I was living my my best life. That's just it. But I'm not gonna say that is right for him to do. What I'm saying is that if a man is fully devoted and he's not getting, and he's come to you many times and it doesn't change, just like with anybody else, like just like with y'all, if you keep going to him saying, hey, I don't like this, and giving them ultimatums, nothing happens, eventually you're gonna move in a different direction. And I believe
but what if the woman have a reason? Okay. What if the woman have a reason?
Like what? Like you are in your menses or what?
I mean,
God.
No, that one I really understand.
Sleep with the person that you love.
Okay, let me say this. There was this woman, right, whose husband, right, was living with her, and every time she get pregnant, he'll be like, I'm not interested. I don't want these kids. Right, go abort all the kids. Just one that he was ready for. The rest he wasn't. So he made this one feel like, you know what? What's the point? We are doing this together, and it's like you make me feel that I am the one who's enjoying most. When pregnancy comes, you're not ready, and you treat me as if I'm nothing. So because of that, she decided I'm not gonna give it to her anymore. Sorry, give it to him anymore. Do you get what I mean? So there could be a reason why she doesn't want to. And some of them, let me tell you the truth now, men. Listen, some women, after having babies, it's very difficult. That thing reduces because some of them will go through CS. And when you go through that, the pain and stuff is not easy. So like you said, that communication is very important. Instead of you going to cheat, you need to find out what is the reason. What's the reason why she's doing this? And maybe you can help her. Do you know what I mean? Instead of you going to cheat.
I mean, you have a valid point. Go ahead, Dr. I went on you. Go ahead.
Okay, well, just like the guy said, the wife is denying him sex. It's just like a beautiful stew. You have all the recipe in the beautiful life of marriage and everything. But regardless, if there's no salt in there, the stew might taste nice, but you will still feel like there's no salt in there, right? Now, you denying him this. Have you thought of the repercussions? Like, where do you expect him to get it? Because men are born ready. We'll be straight like that. When it comes, sincerely, when it comes to that point, we're just born ready. Now, when you deny him this, maybe one day he might make a couple of times, but let's say from the start he might think, okay, I'll get over it. At a point, he can't get over it anymore. Now, if he goes and cheat, you would want to find 1,000 reasons why he did that, forgetting that you triggered that thing from the start. And again, we're talking about communication, but some people don't even talk about it. They don't even let you know the reason. They go like, I said,
Yeah.
That's the only answer. Oh, how would I know what is going on in your head? What is going on with your body? Because I'm only lying next to you, but I can't tell what is in your body or whatever it is. So my whole point is, before you accuse me later, talk to me now.
Yeah.
Don't let my later mess the whole thing up.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And again, like the other lady you're talking about, I mean, how can y'all be in the marriage thing and all the time, like, let's say abortion? Come on, those before some teenage people with the fear baby.
That's the thing, and that's the
I mean,
you know what? I'm not going to allow you to do anything with me anymore, because if I get pregnant, you want me to abort the baby. So what do you mean? And it's like,
I think that's a special case. That's not something normal there. That's talking about in the normal house where women constantly use sex to control the man by denial. And I'm being so real with this because we can grab y'all remember the phone books we used to get back in the day?
Word.
If we had phone books right now, we could just flip a page and pick a name and call anybody. And if they married, you can ask the man, are you getting constant sex from your wife? And they'll say no. And he probably have a long story about how he is sexually frustrated. And this is going around. I'm talking about preachers, doctors. It don't matter how much money you make. Women, for some reason, I was telling my friend this the other day, y'all want to be in control of the happy. And y'all don't want a man to be happy without your permission. There are a lot of my friends that are men. They watch more porn married.
Imagine.
Hey, why should a married man have to watch porn alone? Now, if he's watching it with his wife, that's a plus. But why is a married man having to watch porn with his wife?
Oh my God.
You understand? And all of my friends that are married, they watch porn daily.
Wow.
And have beautiful wives.
Wow.
Good jobs. They are good men. And most of them are men of God. And they suffering and they frustrated because women keep using it as a form of control.
A weapon. Against them.
And that's just the truth.
Yeah.
It's very unfortunate.
So we're talking to the ladies that women who are married, please don't use this as a weapon against your husbands, because they are saying they're going to cheat if that happens. So let's see what someone said, that I cheated because my wife is not good in bed. The same sex, isn't it? She's not good in bed. And she said, my ex, this really hits me. She was like, my ex is very good. When it comes to sex, it's like what he wants to say is that his ex girlfriend is good in bed, and the wife is not good in bed. But my question is, why did you leave that ex then? Why did you go and marry that woman?
Very simple. That's one beautiful answer. You just said it right there.
Yeah.
If you adore your ex, why you married a new one? Go there, go carry out.
That's it.
But
so
apart from that, right?
Well, he's
exactly.
the wife.
No, I'm saying that you are. How do I say this? You are applauding or adoring your ex.
Yeah.
If she was good, you won't call her your ex.
Your ex.
Something happened. You moved on, and you might find memories. There's memories. We all have people that you go like, whoa. This lady's known for this. She's known, people dress better, but maybe A dresses much better, or I like her in a yellow dress or whatever. It's nice. It's reminiscent. It's memories. It's cool. But the fact that you're with your current, make sure you better her. You understand? Make her better, because yes, make her better, because there's so many. Listen, that you always have to marry somebody because of something, not everything, because of something.
Yeah.
That is the reason why this is the reason why, regardless, I can't let her go, because of that something.
That thing. Yeah.
Yes. Some people will rely that on sex, which is their own preference. Some will say, yo, I just like her eyebrows. Because of that, I don't want to see any other person's eyebrow than her. Some will say because of her good heart, because of her physique or whatever. It always has to be something. But if you think she's not good in bed,
Mm-hmm.
That's why people that watch porno just because they watch them like it's a series where you come out where they just want to enjoy. Something else will come again. No, it is a tutorial video.
Right.
Yes, porn is supposed to be a tutorial thing.
Okay.
Even though you're exciting your fantasies or your pleasures within or whatever, it is teaching you something that you yourself you never knew, because we all have pornography that we've seen that we go like, whoa, see this, wow. You understand? It is something that you might have never thought about it, but they are doing in there. It's the same thing with me and movies. When I'm watching movies, I have my dictionary or my Google by my side. When I see something new word, I write it down. I try to check it out because I can't know everything. So when I discover something, I make research and I add it to mine. So it's the same thing.
You learn.
If you guys can't watch the porn because you think maybe it's unholy and everything, well, it's a tutorial for you. But even if you don't want that, communication.
True.
Communication, because if you better your woman, your wife, or your spouse or any other person, come on, it's like, how do I say this? You are making her better for yourself.
For yourself. True.
Not just your preference, but you're making it better for yourself. And again, she would also learn something. And the fact that she didn't know that you are talking to her now to let her know that, oh, I need this is too a cake. Let's do something new. With all those things, even her, she would also want to explore.
That's it.
Right.
But ladies, you don't have to be shy. When you're married. You are for that man. Don't be shy. Tell him what you want. Let him do what you want for you, so that both of you will be happy. Your communication has to happen. Tell him what makes you happy. If you want anything, communicate to that man. Anything.
And again, let me say this in conclusion. It's a bit difficult to tell it to somebody you just met, or let's say your girlfriend that you are growing together. There are some things that is hard to say. Excuse me to say, if there's an order, it's difficult to tell her because you might be shy, or maybe even she's not really good in bed. You could, because maybe you were scared that when you say that she might leave and everything. But the fact that you guys are together now as married couples, come on, if you don't better her, you don't expect an outsider to come and tell her.
I think, Dr. Cryme, I think that if you love the person and you want a future for the person, with the person, then even the right goal, you should let them know. I know it's hard, it's difficult, but then if there's order, you can tell her, hey, in a nice way, I like it. In a nice way, if you put on this perfume, it's nice. If you put on this, I like it. It helps me. You make the person, you don't leave it till you get married. And then it become a problem where you can't solve it, and then it become an issue. So right from go, let the person know what you like, what you don't like, and it's best for you, because if the person cannot give you that, you let them go. You don't force to be with them and then end up and then marriage and then problems and divorce. And what's the point?
What's the point?
Yeah. So I feel like right from the word go, tell the person what you like. Communication right from the beginning. And one thing I've realized is that instead of we getting to know ourselves, right, we rather cover it with sex. Right? So it's like we don't get time to know ourselves. We don't get time to know ourselves. But what we do is we cover it with these fantasies, with this sex and all that. So the communication is not that you don't know me, I don't know you. What is this all emotional thing building up? And then after we get to know ourselves, that's when the real thing is coming up, and then it becomes a problem.
Exactly. And I think that we are also too stuck to what we know. We hardly want to learn something new. What we know is what we know. Forgive me. Let me say this. Why do you think that people refer to, say, missionary sex as it's a grandpa thing? That's what we know from infancy, and if that's the only thing y'all want to do, you will be archaic. You guys will be called the Beatles, like from way back. You won't be called the modern group, because Beatles are the good. They are best group, no doubt. But my grandfathers know them more than this urban age. You understand what I mean? So yes, you are having something great, but it's an old style.
But our generation too, we are overdoing it. I don't want to go there, but I think we are over.
Yeah, but you see, one thing I like about it is that as much as they are exploring, they need to take notes.
Okay.
they are learning something new, but some are too killer. Someday they won't break their neck or in the name of exploring. You understand? But I'm thinking that it's not wrong to explore, but same time take notes and be like,
real talk.
This is good. This will this will spice it up. But this one will be break your neck and your spine to cool down with this. Because in the name of exploring, if you won't kill yourself, you'll know tomorrow.
100%. I do agree with you.
Our youth, they get energy too much. Too much energy.
You end up having heart attack. Men, be careful.
You understand? It's crazy, man.
It is crazy. Okay, so I've got a lot of questions here. We've got a lot of comments, a lot of questions. People want to know some things. So we will take
it. We're here for them.
To give you. I know our time is fast spent, but that's the reason why we are here. We're here to talk.
No, we are doing 3 hours. Don't worry.
We want the relationships to be good. We want the marriages to stay. Enough of the divorces. Enough of the divorce. We need to do it right and do it the best that we can. We can make it work. We can make it joyful. We can make it fantastic. We can enjoy ourselves. Communication, learning new things, spicing things up. We shouldn't be the olden times what you used to do. Go on an adventure, marriage, adventure, learn different things, learn it. Don't think this is a tradition. As for me, I don't want to do this. No, if that's what your man likes, you go in for that, just to make him happy. If that's what your wife likes, go in for that. That's the way that you're supposed to be, to keep yourself.
And my point is that, you see, that there might be something that you're introducing that the lady or the man doesn't like.
Yeah.
Again, it comes back to communication because, fine, if we always want to act all the things that we see in the cinema, you should know that some are just fiction.
Yeah.
Not almost everything is real, right? So you're trying to introduce something to your wife. The woman, you don't like it. Woman, you're trying to introduce something to your husband. The man doesn't like it.
Yeah.
You can tell from his face, or maybe you can even tell when you requested for it the second time. If he doesn't like it, don't make it a topic. You have been doing this thing, but you did this one day, you say you wouldn't do it.
Don't want to do it. Become an issue. Yeah.
Come on. You would have to find a nice way to say it. Why don't we learn together? Why don't you like it? What is it? Is it against your religion or something? What? Because I know communication, and you should find a nice way of saying it. Because, like I said, we can. I'm not saying it's right, but we can easily say things to our boyfriend, girlfriends, because most of the time we don't even care. We are trying to know each other. But this one, as you're couples, if you don't have each other's back, who else do you expect that person to?
Honestly, it's so strange that people do crazy things when you're dating, but when they get married, it's like everything has disappeared. It's like I don't get it.
I can't really speak for other countries again, but I think sometimes the moment the title changes, uptightness comes in there. Hey, I am Mr. now, I am Mrs. now. I can really, I have to be extra careful. Like it's like you can't even be that friends anymore. I can't even be that best friends anymore. Like in the kitchen, when you're walking by, when she was your girlfriend, you could easily spank the butt like, pow!
What happened then?
But now you're married and
what happened then?
You're trying to give her space to walk by. Come on, she still likes that. The marriage didn't change your attitude. It just changed the titles from Sir to Mr. So you guys should be able to still explore and do other things.
Truth. That's the real talk. That's real talk. I don't know how I'm going to go through all this thing, but let me try through it because they're going to come at me and say, Princess, you did not say my word. I want to hear what this.
We're here for you. Davyne is here for you.
I know, right? And he said, I cheated because my wife is no longer who she was. Since she had kids, she has changed. I'm no more attracted to her.
Oh.
What changed? What changed?
He said he's no longer attracted to
her because since she had babies, since she got pregnant and had babies, she's changed.
Is physically, or is she just changed her personality? I mean, which is it?
I guess so. Maybe the way you see when women sometimes we give birth, it's like the attention of the man goes straight a bit, and you shouldn't blame the women she's a mother now. It's hard. I know it's so difficult. She has to now multitask, which is a bit challenging for us, especially when she's a new mother, because she feel like the child needs attention more. And then some men to get angry because they don't get attention anymore. Right. Some men will be even fighting with the babies on the breasts, like real talk. Yes. Babies, and then when you don't get it, it become a problem. You see, so I don't know why you're saying that. Well, I don't know, but attraction is no more there, so he has to cheat.
Well, I think that a lot of men have to grow up too. You know, women mentally already, mature faster than men. Yeah. I don't know how it is in y'all country, but over here in the US, women tend to have their life in order. Seem like before the man do.
Yeah.
Our country, most men move in with a woman.
Okay.
Versus having a woman move in with them.
Yeah.
So women are the ones that already sign a deed to a house. They have the car.
Yeah.
While a man comes in and uses all of her things. And wants to take ownership of what she has. And then expect her to treat him as the king God created him to be, but he brought nothing to the table.
True.
But a slinging penis. And women are not moved by that like how men are moved by sex. Don't get me wrong. Women want sex, desire sex, and want it just as much as us. But they are concerned with the particulars. And when the particulars are not in order, it's easy for them to shut that down. Whereas a man don't care about the particulars. He don't care if the house is in a disarray, if things are not in order, the bills are behind. He still will make time to have sex because that's just his nature. Whereas a woman is more concerned about stability.
Yeah.
She wants to be cared for and taken care of. She wants to know that I can trust you. You understand? She wants all that and the above. And men meet these women when they're still girls, but still more mature than them. And they can prance around and do all these little fun little things, go to the movies all day and hop from one theater to the other and go to the movies, go to concerts, because y'all don't have no responsibilities.
That's it.
Okay, now here comes a baby. And the mommy mind all instantly shifts when she finds out she's pregnant.
Pregnant,
because she has a human being coming out of her belly, growing inside of her. Something us men will never understand. So when she finally has a baby, of course her body's gonna go through some changes, and mentally she's gonna go through some things. She's not gonna be that. She'll never be what you met.
That's it.
You understand? I had a girl one time Dr. Cryme told me when our relationship was not good. She said she wish we could go back to the beginning. She want me to be the person she met. But here's how I flipped it on her. So you must be telling me you don't want me to love you because when I met you, I didn't love you. This is the person that loves you. That's wrapped up in emotions, wrapped up in feelings. So this is who I am. When you met me, external. It was external. Yes, I could pull out the chair. Yes, I could laugh at everything you had to say. Yes, I had great conversation because everything was external. There was nothing. There was nothing internal about what was going on when I met you. So you don't want me to return to that person because that person did not care about you.
They didn't care.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
So,
yep.
For you not to be I've had a girl tell me that, Dr. Cryme, that she's no longer, I mean, I tried everything. I kept buying her flowers, telling her that I loved her, and she just came more distant every day. And finally one day she just told me, I'm not attracted to you. Man, for a man, that's
mind blowing, man. It's crazy.
Oh, as a woman calling you a loser. Because how can you come back from that?
from that. You know, it's already said it's a sharp pain.
No longer attracted to you. You can't come back from that.
No.
You understand?
No.
There's nothing you can do to make yourself a new person in their eyes.
True.
You understand? So he's doing her a disservice of hanging around if he feels that I'm no longer attracted to her. But guess what? I guarantee it's a part of him don't want nobody else to have her.
Yeah.
Exactly. Word.
Take it from
That's
there.
very true.
I know you got something to say.
Yeah, exactly. Again, my point is that, you know, we're talking about married people. I'm always more concerned and very sensitive when it comes to the married part, because I always say that the dating side is more like trials. If you're not picked, you can still go your separate ways.
Of course.
But the marriage thing, these are two giants, or let's say two kings, and a king and a queen in the jungle. If you allow some things to slide by and you don't be a backbone, you allow hyenas to come eat the lioness.
That's it.
Or you just leave her vulnerable for any other animal to even try their best. True. Because with you together is more stronger. You know, you are not attracted to her. I understand it's her. It's your point of view. It doesn't mean that it can be revamped. It doesn't mean that it can be seen to. It's not like something that you are the first person experiencing this. Again. And you have to expect everything when you are with your partner. Because yes, for real. She might be the prettiest person in the world, Miss Universe or whatever. I mean, forgive me to say this. What if tomorrow there's an accident, amputation? She's not a whole complete 100. Doesn't mean that because her arm is amputated, or let's say the leg or something, are you going to let go of her because she's not a whole person now? No. It means you have. Why do you think the vows have for better, for worse? You're only expecting the better. You know, they expect the worse. I know. You know, anything can happen. So yes, her body went through changes and transforming and everything. But if you think it's too much, let's say stretch marks, or I call it the zebra max. You know.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I think the stretch marks is the right English for it. But I kind of feel like people think like, let's do, call it a zebra, or let's say the leopard max. Then it kind of looks a little more flashy and nicer, you know. Women go through this form of changes when they give birth. Some have big marks or scars or even excess body and everything. God bless social media. There are a lot of things to be learned. God bless the gym. God bless, let's say pills and creams and things that can even put them back into shape.
Better,
My whole point is help her. If she doesn't want to help herself, this is why you guys have counselors. You guys have families and other people to talk about things like, yo, I'm trying to put my wife on, but she's not paying attention to me. Her body has changed. I'm not only about her body, that it has to be of importance to me, but it's to the world. You know, I'm trying to make her not to go back into her 80s, but still just be in a healthy position. But she's not allowing me. So I have tried my best. Can somebody else talk to her? Than to just leave her to be. Because the person where you won't go carry him, the person better himself. You understand? You can better your own too.
Yeah. You know, we had a doctor who came here. She's more in the fitness. She specializes in the fitness. And she said something that even the man or the woman can be part of this. If this is gym or maybe going to whatever, you can do it together. Something to motivate her. You can do it together, not just maybe push her and leave her, but you can set an example to her. Okay, in the morning, let's go and do this together. Let's gym together. You can do all this together. Just to get her to pay attention. So what you're saying is true. You know,
I understand we mostly want the glory days, no doubt. Everybody wants to hear only the good news. But you see, when the bad one too is coming, you have to be prepared for it, because nobody expects bad to come to them. But this is why we prepare our minds mentally and everything. It's just like motivational speeches and quotes and posts or whatever. It's easy to post them. It's easy to even say them. But until it happens to you, or until you psych yourself or mentally ready to face when such tribulations come, you would never be able to experience it.
True.
Until it happens to your wife, you can only talk about it like, oh, my friend Eric, when this happens to your girlfriend, you have to do this. It's easy to say it, but this is a situation whereby it's happening to your wife. Go do that research if you don't have the knowledge about it. Even if you have the knowledge about it, this is the time to apply it to the woman.
Yeah.
Because she can be transformed.
Yeah.
Come on, we've seen skinny girls having all the body now.
Yeah.
They wanted to do something for their own appeal. But now, this is your wife. When you do that to the perfection, you're not only going to get that props, it's going to come from other people and go like, wow, your wife is looking extra young now.
It's for your benefit.
These are your handwork.
Yeah.
You became Optimus Prime, Transformers.
I always say this as a health professional, right? I always say this, that, pardon me, you get people coming to the hospital and then you give them medication, you give them injection, you give them treatment. And you just say, when you're giving the injection, you just go, oh, sharp scratch. You just say, oh, sharp scratch. So meaning that it doesn't hurt, right?
Okay.
But when I sit there for them to do it to me, that's why I feel like, no, this is not sharp scratch. This is painful.
It is.
That's the example that I give to people, that we health professionals, when we're doing things to other people, we think, oh, it's normal, it's cool. Or when you go through what the person is going through,
it's
now
really
you understand
painful.
what the person is going through. That's how life is. So you're very right, 100%. Oh God, am I going to finish this? Okay. Because I've got a lot of questions. People are sending questions on WhatsApp, on here. Messages. I don't know what. Wow. What do you think? Should we skip this one and then go for the questions that are coming, or what should we do? Because the time too is going. Okay. Someone said that I cheated because my wife has put on weight. We said about weight, right? About weight, put on weight. And I had a friend, someone also sent a question that my question is, does shape or figure really matter if you truly love a person?
Mr. Davyne?
Well, I think if you really, you can't help what you desire to look at. I think that no matter how much you're in love with somebody, I think anybody that walk past your visual cortex and they well put together, you're going to notice them. But I don't believe that if my wife put on, it also depends how much weight too. Now, what we talking about? 10 pounds, 20 pounds, or we done jumped. Now she.
I got you. I got you.
50 pounds and don't care.
Yeah.
I think that's the immature way of looking at, a relationship or a woman. I remember when I was young and I went to my dad because I was juggling two women, right?
You have been on the streets, man.
And this is my call to Paul. So here it is.
Yeah.
I went to my dad because I had two women in my life. One was a showroom. She was like, she was just drop dead gorgeous. Okay. She was so beautiful, Dr. Cryme. I don't know how I got her. I used to ask her sometimes, you sure you with me?
I know, right? I know. I know that feeling.
She was like that.
Yeah.
But guess what? She treated me so bad.
So bad.
She made me just feel like the gum under her shoe.
Yeah.
And I had another chick that only looked half as good as her.
Okay.
She was a brown-skinned chick, kind of about your complexion, Princess Roy. The first chick was light-skinned and bright yellow, and made the room look festive every time she walked in. But my brown-skinned chick, Dr. Cryme, she treated me like I was God's gift to mankind.
Wow.
Oh, yes.
I mean, just to be around her was a breath of fresh air. She cared about me. She cared about my well-being. She wanted me to succeed in life. We had great conversations.
Yeah.
But the immature me, because I was still young at that time,
Yeah.
just did not look like I wanted her to look.
Mm.
The other girl looked like how I wanted to look, but
Yes.
she was just evil and
Yes.
mean and nasty. You understand?
Yep.
So
But
it's not about the beauty.
but
It's not
look,
about beauty.
but Dr. Cryme, she did like to have sex now. She never denied me. She never denied me.
Yep.
Actually, neither one of them did. But I was just, you know. So
yeah.
I went to my dad and I said, "Look, Dad," I told him, I said, "I got this showroom chick. She just looks like," I said, I showed my dad that picture. My dad said, "Yeah, she is pretty." And I said, but Dad, she just make me feel, it's just like, I said, she just make me feel bad. I'm just, every time I'm around her, I'm frowned up on the outside and inside, you know?
Wow.
But I said, "Dad, but I got this other girl right here." And I showed him a picture. My dad said, "She's cute." And I said, "But she don't look like the other girl." My dad didn't comment on that part. He said, "Son, there's nothing wrong with wanting what you want. If you want a certain girl to look a certain way, that's your right." And he said, "You should always go after what you want, because if you don't, you will always cheat on that person with the type of person that you want."
But you want.
And so, but my dad said also the flip side to that is, if you weren't about how somebody looks, you're in for a world of hurt in life, because it's more important about how somebody treats you than how somebody looks. Because he said the looks are going to fade away in time. Over time, everybody that's skinny will get fat. Everybody that's cute is going to start looking old, and all that stuff will wash away. All you're going to have is how they treat you. The great Maya Angelou even said that people will not remember what you did for them, but they will always remember how you made them feel. And I remember her for how she made me feel, and it was not a good feeling. So I ruined it with possibly having my soulmate, because I chose the latter, because I was worrying about how someone looks. And that's the question of the guy. Should he leave her because he's no longer attracted to her? But if she's treating you like you are the king and doing whatever she needs to do to make sure that the house is ran in the areas in which you cannot perform in, then you need to rethink your thinking, because you're immature like I was.
That's it. True. That's 100%. I'm just gonna skip this one, and then we'll just go to the last one. I'm gonna talk about the last one. He said that I had a good woman, right, and that I truly loved, but I cheated on her with a sugar mommy because of money.
I think
I like that.
But okay, let me say this. Sometimes I gave a couple of categories for them, that are people cheat because they are curious.
Yeah.
Some cheat because out of abundance.
Yeah.
Some also cheat without reasons, you know.
Yeah.
But with this one, I think he gave a reason. My point is that, was he caught? If he wasn't caught and is his own guilty conscience, he can grow out of it and not repeat it. Because with this one, if you were cheating on your girlfriend with a sugar mommy, we all know you're doing it because of money.
Of course.
Probably trying, rob Peter to pay Paul.
That's it.
Now, my whole point is you want a girlfriend to feel better.
Yeah.
But same time, you are still with a sugar mom. Sugar mommy also has her T and C's, terms and conditions. And with you and your girlfriend, there might be also terms and conditions. Now, you can't serve two masters.
No.
Definitely, you hate one, and you would definitely.
He's lost the woman. He's lost the girl because of that woman. So, and what if the money is finished? Whereas there's no money anymore? What's going to happen?
What's going to happen? Now, my point is that you might end up even losing both, because sometimes you might get to that decision whereby, what if she finds out with your girlfriend? What if your girlfriend finds out with the sugar mom? What if the sugar mom finds out with your girlfriend? Because some sugar moms, they know that you have a girlfriend. They don't care. They just want to be with a young fella, just to revive or I don't know how what they think. They always go like, oh, let me just refreshen my blood because I'm an old person. I just want to feel young again.
Yeah.
It's her preference, but you in the middle right now, you can't serve both. You know, maybe from the start you just wanted to do it for money, but if it becomes a continuous thing, you end up losing both. You know, which I think, come on, you really have to think
lifetime if you want to marry. And will you be able to marry this sugar mommy? Would you be happy with her the rest of your life? How is it going to be?
Exactly, that's the question. And you know, I think all this boils into, I wanted to say something. When it comes to relationship, being with somebody and all that, most times people confuse wanting for needs. And the needs for wanting. You know, they don't know what they want and they don't know what they need. Sometimes they go for the need for their wants and their wants for the needs. Why am I saying this? Some guys, to move away from the sugar mommy thing, some guys just want a lady because of sex or her beauty, or so that he can have all the accolades in town because he's rolling with the prettiest girl.
It's true.
He doesn't really necessarily need her. He just wants all these benefits. But sometimes the one that you might need might not have all the qualities. But she has something that you need. She gives you all the best respect. Just like Davyne was saying, you know, the other girl made him feel at home. But then the first one was like, man, I've seen the likes of you.
After all whatever she gives, the beauty, the sex, whatever.
Yes, but then she's not for you. You know, the first one was giving you problems. And the second one made you feel like a man. You know? Now, when you're going in for them, if you just want, then you can do all your exploitative things. But if you need to be with a woman, you need to find that thing that she gives you that it's everlasting. If you look onto that, nothing will marvel you anymore, whether she gains weight, whether she loses weight, whether she becomes darker or extra fair, or, you know, has all the zebra max or whatever. Because there's something in there that makes you want to stay. And that's what you need from her. You know, you're not confusing your wants with the needs. And if you can differentiate between these two, I'm sure you can live with your woman till thy kingdom comes.
Wow. I don't know what to say again, guys. It's been wonderful having you. Let me just go through because some people have got questions as well. I've got questions on my. Okay, so let me start from the WhatsApp. So I've already answered the question. Let me see. Okay. On WhatsApp, we've got someone says that Anako just said you're doing a good job. Keep it up. Thank you. And I have someone also say that a cheat will always be a cheat, whether the wife has a baby or not. You know, when
humans change.
The man said that he lost interest because the woman has babies, she's changed, there's more attraction. So I think that's when she's commenting that a cheat will be a cheat. It doesn't matter if the woman has a baby or not.
I think it's the curious desire that makes the person continuous. But whoever realizes his mistakes and wants to change out of that, you don't have to bear all the sins. We are all sinners, but then we can't always be pointed as sinners all the time. It's not like some of the sins are even from our forefathers. We didn't even know some of the things were wrong. Like lust leads us to cheating. You know, when you comment about ladies behind, you always go like, "Hey, telling me I'm big, but they make my." You know, you are lasting, and it eventually makes you want to go cheat and find out. But if somebody prompts you and go like, you know what, this is what I did, and it led me to this, and I lost my wife to this and all that.
That's it.
It might hit you and be like, whoa, I didn't know. It doesn't mean you're going to be always a cheat, because then I didn't know about this. I can change from stuff like that. So when people keep saying, oh, a cheat is always going to be a cheat, or when they say men are always going to be men, come on, you can't put all men into one jar.
Is it real that every man has to cheat? Is it real? It's like men you've had this coded thing in your gene, like cheating in your gene. It's like a coded, that's something that God has added to your genes, that men has to cheat. Is it true that every man has to cheat? And they will tell you Every man is a cheat, so get on with it. Every man must cheat, like it's part of their lifestyle.
Then we learned it from you, because we don't cheat with men, we cheat with women, and the women teach us how to do it. So we learned it from y'all.
Right.
I don't know what to say to you, honestly. Are you watching? Please help me out here, because I don't know what to say, to be honest.
Davyne, am I making a little sense here? Because
I'm with you. I'm with you. I mean, my thing is this here, man. We're not we're not at war with each other, and I think that a lot of the questions that we ask, you know, it doesn't matter who cheats the most. It's what happens in your home, what happens in your life. You know, this world is all about a scale and tilting the scale and what statistics say and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, you don't know how anybody's going to turn out, and it's unfair to say that all men are dogs.
All men,
and it's unfair to say that all women try to control men with sex, because there are some people out there that are living their best lives together. You understand? But we having this forum today to try to figure out how to maneuver in your own house, in your own situations, in your own relationships. So if I say something that's funny that can relate to you, then you say, hey, you know, everybody's been through something. That's why I keep trying to share, you know, my stories with with you all. But all people are not a cheater. I did things 15 years ago that I wouldn't dare do now. I did something just last year that I wouldn't do now. People are always evolving and moving to a better place in life. Yeah, I did some stuff. Everybody does stuff, but you can't keep looking at people. You look at guys that could be a felon. If you did a crime 30 years ago, they pull it up, you know, they kind of forgive you, and they understand that, okay, that was 30 years ago. But if you did it 30 days ago, they're going to look at you differently, even though you know that, hey, I'm not going to do that ever again. Time changes everything. But you can't label people based off of their shortcomings and their mistakes, you know, because you're going to generalize it yourself something good because you say, oh, he made a mistake. Every time you turn on your TV, you see a celebrity or somebody in a big place, they apologizing for something that they did. You understand? And my thing is this here. You can apologize all you want, but you can't guarantee that you're not going to do that again. So we got to figure out how to get to a place where we understand ourselves, why we made the mistakes, why we're doing what we're doing, and if it's even a chance that the person that we're with is ever going to satisfy us. Are they ever going to be good enough for us? We got to be real with ourselves. I'm at my point right now, Dr. Cryme. I'm not going to let another human being control the weather in my life.
That's it.
You understand what I'm saying? I cannot give nobody that much power over my life. Yes, I love you. Yes, I care for you. Yes, I lead you in my life. But guess what? I was in a relationship one time before. And if y'all read my book, From the Streets to the Scriptures, I tell you about all the crazy stuff that I did. You know, because I put my life on display for the world that it can help somebody. But I was in a relationship one time. It's like I wanted her so bad. I tried everything. And she just kept trying to squeeze me out. She kept telling me, I don't want this. I don't want this no more. And the more she said she don't want it, the more I turned it up. I turned up the volume. I remember one day I went and bought her a card every day. I kept coming home with a different card, putting them on her car. She got tired of the cards. She brought them all back to me and put them on my card. Stop bringing me. I kept trying everything. And then one day I finally realized that no matter what I did, it was over. So Dr. Cryme, when she went to work, I moved all the furniture out and I moved to my own place. It hurt me so bad to have to do that because I wanted her. But I still was in denial. I took some of her stuff with me, hoping that she would come back with me there. Wasn't over. But listen, she finally said, it was over.
Over.
And when she finally said it was over, the first night when I was at the house, when she came on and realized the house was empty, she called me and cussed me and called called me everything but the
On
child
the
of
names
God.
and everything.
And I still was saying, I love you. Please come over here. She hung up on me. And that first night, what I realized, Princess Roy and Dr. Cryme and everybody listening, when I realized that first night being alone, I thought I wouldn't be able to sleep without her. But guess what? I fell asleep.
That's it.
I didn't think I could wake up in the morning without her. But guess what I did, Dr. Cryme? I woke up. I didn't think I could go a whole day without her. But guess what I did, Princess Roy? I went 2 days, and then 3 days, and then 5 days, and then a week, and then a month. And then eventually I was over her. You understand? Everybody, no matter what you do,
of course,
it's not going to change somebody's heart for you.
No.
You understand? So sometimes you got to realize that, hey, I've done all that I can do.
That's you. Yes.
I've done everything.
Of course.
So now it's time for me to allow somebody else to be blessed with this gift that God has created in me.
That's it.
Word.
Real talk. Real talk. That's great. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say. Guys, if you just choose, because I've seen people still coming on the show, but we have to, I'm going to read the comments. I'll allow my guests to tell us about themselves, how we can get their books, their music, everything. If you want to watch it, it's on Princess Roy YouTube channel. Also, if you go to Lively TV, you can watch it, the full video. Also on Aberdeen TV, you can watch it there. So we have to go. It's a shame that people are still coming on and commenting and all that, but we have to go.
Why do we have to go? We're here. Why do we have to go? We are here.
We have to go. We have to really go because I've already taken your time. I know you are enjoying the conversation because
madam, don't worry, we did here for you.
You want to?
We did here for you.
Yes. Let me read some of the comments that we've got here.
Sure.
We've got Ajimai Kusi. That's my dad. Yay! Thank you for watching. Princess, I'm following your show and I love the topic. Thank you. And then I've got Kambi's inspiration. She said, this is very interesting. Love it. And I had someone say, share, like, comment, and invite friends. Thank you for doing that. And she said, Lively TV 24/7 and on Tune In and Modern Ghana. So you can have Lively TV as well. That's our media partners. And also we have Sandra says, oh my word, interesting reasons for cheating. Yes. And she said, Sandra said again, Davyne. I think he said something that was very interesting. So she just said, Davyne. Okay. And I've got Donna. She said, interesting. And Kambi said, be careful with the silent woman with a plan. We mentioned that before a woman goes, she's already planned.
She already has a plan, yeah.
Quiet, but then she has her plans. That's what saying that be careful with a silent woman with a plan. And I have Donna says that true words. Thank you guys. Your comments are so fantastic. And I have Sandra again saying, hey, we are right with you, princess. Right on, girl. Thank you, sister. And Sarah says, Davyne, we are hearing you. And I have Abigail says, who cheats most, men or women? I think we've talked about that. Yeah. And I have TJ giving us an emoji with love sign. And Abigail said, interesting. And then Kambi said, men cheat the most, no doubt. Okay. And I have Rose saying that, haha, I am really enjoying this program. Hey, mommy. Okay. And Abigail also said, men sometimes cheat for no reason. Okay, I think about that. So you guys cheat for no reason. That's a woman telling her point of view, And she said, men are born ready Noted. Okay, so when we said the men are always ready for sex, so he said, well noted. Thank you.
Yeah.
I believe that we ladies are really having this on board. We really putting all this in our mind, and we're going to learn from that. Okay, now how can we also say true? Men should teach their wives in the bedroom too. Okay. Okay, so you have to
Very
teach
true.
your wives in the bedroom too. Teach them what you want them to do. So that's very, I mean, good comment. And I have another person saying, yes, so you men are telling us the truth that we ladies must put them in our minds. Thank you. And I got Frank saying, I really love the way we are all dealing with this issue. But I will personally would like to suggest that we look at what we think and feel to what truth is about love. Love is not about feelings. The real meaning of love is totally different from what we have learned. It's true. True. You know, because love itself is beyond what we go in for. We don't, it's like nowadays people go in after the body, their fantasies, their whatever, the feelings. But I asked on my other show that, do we still have true love? Does it really exist? Does it really? You know, because
Yes.
what are the reasons why we go in for relationship? And then he said, someone also said that I'm laughing more, haha. And then Abigail gave also an emoji of smiling. And I have someone also said, when you know or get to know who you are, you will never be put down or made low than who you know you are. Okay, so knowing
Right.
yourself as a man, knowing who you are is very important, you know. And someone also said that, hello, Princess Roy. Can you please ask or let the panel explain what they understand love is? Okay. I wish I could have read this before. So
I
I
know.
wanted to know what love is. Okay. And I have Moses says, more grace, Roy. And Andrew says, no, it's only fools who don't have a chance of mind. Even if a man has cheated before, he can stop and never do it again. It's all
Family.
about the way our spouses treat us. Wow. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. There's a lot to talk about, guys. I wish we will have all the time to talk about this because people are really asking questions. What is love? What do you think, guys? What should we come back on the show next time and then talk about this, or what should we do?
Hey, I'm definitely game to come back, so let me know.
Definitely. We will come back. But for just a little brush up.
That's it.
Just like you were saying, most times I think we confuse love with a feeling, like, oh, I'm in love with you because of how I'm just feeling.
Yeah.
I think it's a decision. It has to be here.
It is.
Apart from the felt, it has to be here. You know, you have to love the person. It's not supposed to be a partial thing, you know. For it to go to that extent, because when you like somebody, you just like. It's okay. Yeah. But when you graduate to the love thing, it goes beyond feeling. That's it.
That's it. That's it. So, ladies, I hope you've heard a lot on the Pinky Room show with Princess Roy today. You have enjoyed my guests, and I don't know, I wish we would not end, but like I said, I've already taken their time and they've done fantastic. I'm so appreciative, guys. I don't know what to say. I am so thankful, so much appreciative for your time and everything. But before we go, I want you guys to do a little, just a minute freestyle. I know, I don't know. I don't want to try this on air. I said it last time with Dr. Cryme. I don't want to say it. I might not say it. I don't know. But should I try?
Hey, I don't know what you can't talk about. I fear.
No, what you say? Hello, I don't know.
Ah, relalelio. My yodeling, right? Relalelio. Well, it simply means that ready, here we go. In my own way. Ready, here we go, relalelio, you know.
You know what?
So that's what I do.
The spellings from that. Those
yes.
What do you call it? Oh, is it cowboys, isn't it? Is it cow?
Yes, it's a yodeling. Yes, it's a yodeling, and it's more done in. It's mostly done in Texas, and I think it's Australia. They like the yodeling thing, but with me,
do you know that? You know about that, isn't it?
yes, yes, and you see, with me, with the type of music I do and the genre that I do, first off, I invented it myself. Cheap hop. Cheap hop simply means blending my vernacular into a foreign style.
Good.
So it can be the languages, all the languages that I'm speaking, onto a foreign beat, or it can be me rapping in English or any other foreign language on my local beat.
That's it.
So basically, trip hop is blending my vernacular into any foreign style. Now, when you go on YouTube or when you go on Google or everywhere, when you type TWIPOP, trip hop, definitely I'll pop up. It means when I was starting, I didn't start with what was already there, all the genres that were already there.
Yeah.
Remember, people that invented those genres, some don't even know who invented them.
Okay.
When you talk about R&B and jazz and all that, people do the same style. They don't even know the origin of their style. Yeah. So I want it to be identified by something. But when you mention it or when you say it, it's going to be self-explanatory, right? That's how come I invented cheap hop. And I've been doing that from that, ever since the start of music till now. I'm about creativity. Even my name, Dr. CRYME. Creative rhymes you most enjoy. That is Cryme.
Oh, wow.
Do you understand? That's how, yes. The whole thing is, yes, creative rhymes you most enjoy, because I always want to put out something that you wouldn't just be like, oh, okay. I want you to ask questions. I want you to think, blow your mind, play with the mind a little bit. That's the whole thing about Dr. Cryme. So with my genre of music that I do, the type of music that I do, my name, and things that I, generally do, I just it creates conversation all the time.
That's it. Wow. And your new music is out now.
Yep.
Hey guys,
it's called
go listen to the song. It's, I don't know.
Do you want me to talk about it?
Hey, tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so the song is called Atanfo, 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 and it simply means enemies. I'm trying to let you know that your enemies are not God. So anything that people, we are in the world that people always want to suggest and predict and always talk about. They basically want you to live your life to their choice.
That's it. Yeah.
Do you understand? But yes, but I want you to know in the music that your enemies are not God. Even though they are talking bad about you, enemies are not God. And this song actually is a single from my EP, which drops next week, Friday, on the 2nd of April.
Okay.
It's a single from the EP, 5-track EP album. And the EP is entitled Kwesi. It's my name. So it's a self-titled EP. You understand? And the whole thing is that I just want to take people back to the roots, that even though I sing and all that, I'm always a rapper.
That's it.
I came as a rapper from the start, and I can easily do this with my eyes closed. But sometimes with the music business, you do what is good for business. And the business mostly calls for the singing. And so most times people get to see me.
And that's what the girls always a rapper. The girls want to sing the love songs, and because my song that I like is Kill Me Shy.
Kill Me Shy. And the reason why I think people enjoy me singing is that, especially with the ladies, my fan base is mostly with the ladies, and I really appreciate that. I think I sing to their hearts and in their minds, because most of the songs that I sing, they always want their men to be singing that to them.
Yeah.
So I'm helping the men not to cheat.
Go and listen to Dr. Cryme and be singing to your women. That's what
Yeah. Even in my song, I was like, yo, fellas, sing the song for the one you love. Yeah. I'm telling them that if this is the one you love, sing it to that person, So I always stand for both. Like the ladies want me to tell their men, this is what you need to sing for us. And the men, I'm telling them, yo, don't slack. The ladies are waiting for such reply.
Good.
So these are the roles that I play in music.
So your social media handles, and then social media handles where we can get you your new song and everything.
Okay, so on the 2nd of April, Kwesi EP, the EP album is coming out. It's going to be available on all digital stores and platforms. From the Deezer, Apple Music, Spotify, Boomplay, everywhere. Pandora, everywhere is going to be there. Audio Mac and all. Now, on social media, everywhere. My name is One. It's Dr. Cryme. DRCRYME. And also look out for the blue badge, the verified one. That makes me original. That makes it me, Yep. Yep.
Okay, so Davyne, where can we find you? Your music, your books. Where can we get you get them from?
Okay. I can't talk about that without my shades on. The rapper has arrived.
Yeah, the positive rapper.
But listen, I know you had an elaborate story of your name. I got my name. Davyne I was in college, and I went to another college to see this girl. All my stories about women, ain't it? I met this young lady when I was in college, and I was waiting on her to come down out of the dorm. She lived in a high rise. So while I was standing down there, this little senorita come walking past me. So I said, hey, what's your name? What's your name? So the girl stopped and she told me her name, right? Now, I'm waiting on my girl to come down, but I'm trying to holler at this other girl.
Yeah, real quick.
Real quick. Okay. We get your secret, guys.
Yep.
She came out the same dorm that my girl was coming out of. So she asked me what was my name.
Yeah.
My real name is David. But I didn't want her to know my real name. So
exactly.
I just said Davyne.
Oh.
And okay. The Cryme. She said, I like that name. So one of her friends was walking by. She said, look, his name is Davyne. She said, ain't that a nice name? And I kept that name.
Oh.
See? You had it fun from day one.
She has no idea that she helped me birth that name. So I kept that name ever since then. It started off for evil, but it turned in for good. So
straight up.
So anyway, I was a secular rap artist most of my life. I have toured with a lot of people from Lil Wayne, Young Jeezy, you name a lot of people. I've had some record deals. I have hit the billboards. I've done a lot of stuff. I got some videos on YouTube in my secular world. In 2009, like I tell you, I used to run strip clubs and all. They had a lot of stuff going on in my life. But in 2009, I fell asleep behind the wheel of my Suburban, and I flipped it 9 times. I was ejected through the windshield. I broke my neck. I broke all my ribs. I crushed my right pelvis, and my left ear was hanging off my head. So that was the time when I had my come to Jesus moment, and I said, I can't keep living my life the same way that I have been living it. So I just went from doing secular music to gospel music, gospel rap music overnight. It was something that I felt like I owed to God because he kept me from, that wasn't the first time I felt I faced death, but that was the time I felt like I came to the end of myself and it was time to do something better with my life. So I have been focusing on trying to inspire the youth and those that are lost, the ones that won't go to church, the ones that hate church, the ones that got church hurt, the ones that have been forced out, the ones that have been set apart, those that just don't have a voice, the ones that have become saved but have been seated, but God didn't save me to sit me. He saved me and sent me, say, go out there and be just as relentless as you were when you was trying to lead people away from the kingdom. And that's what I do. And I do it through my gospel music, which you can find on YouTube. If you Google Davyne, whether through Google or YouTube, put in Davyne, my music will come up. But my gospel music, which is most important right now, I got 2 albums on there right now. My first one is entitled God's Gift, And I entitled that because I felt like that was my gift back to him for not allowing me to die in that accident. So I entitled it God's Gift. It was nominated in the Rhythm of Gospel Awards, my first album that I did. And then my second album is entitled I Am David, because everybody knows me as Davyne. So I went from Saul to Paul, and in a sense from David to Davyne, then back to David. So my return, I got my name changed, and I got 2 albums, God's Gift and I Am David, that are on YouTube right now, and all the media outlets from iTunes to Spotify, you name it, they all on there. And I have a book right now entitled From the Streets to the Scriptures, and it's like the prodigal son. I was raised as a preacher's son, and you know, I got a lot of church hurt and things, and you know, and I just told my story of finally finding myself out there in the world and all the things that I did and how I came back home and got my crown. So that book is out. I have another book on the way. It's entitled The Hall Monitor, because I worked at the school system as a hall monitor. And then I wrote about my life dealing with the kids as a student interventionist and all of the things that I did at the school that is going to inspire youth all across the world. So that's what I and I tried to just be a positive voice, because I did so much what I consider wrong in my life. But if you add up all of my negativity, the you know, all of the cheating and all of the wrong things that I did, you add them up, it still equals Jesus in the end. So it's not how you start, it is how you finish. So if you want to download any of my stuff, like I said, you just Google it. All of, you know, you can find them on all media websites. And if you want to get my book, you can log on to Amazon and search From the Streets to the Scriptures by Davyne, and you can order my book from there. And I really appreciate all of the love and the support, because I really need it so that I can continue to do what I do.
Yes. Okay. So we'll keep on sharing that on our pages, and just to promote you guys, your music. I like that song. It's very good. And you are an entrepreneur as well. You own your own business and stuff and all that. You guys are doing wonderful work. Trust me. And you are the world breaker. You are bringing the change to the world. And I really appreciate you guys so much. Really, really appreciate you guys. You're doing fantastic, and keep it up. Keep it up. I know it's going to be challenges out there. There's going to be so much things to just resist you, but don't give up. Keep on pressing on. And you people, I don't know what to say, but the sky is beyond the limit. Trust me. See, I had someone says, ready, here we go.
Ready, here we go. Ready, here we go. And
it's a creative rhyme. You must enjoy Cryme as Dr. Cryme.
Yes.
That's good. So anytime that you come to the US, look for Davyne, and you guys can make something together. You know, and why not? And maybe you know that I sing as well. Do you know how I've got my gospel songs out there?
Exactly. I was checking you out. I did see them, you know, and you're doing great. We have to, you know, commend you as well. You're doing fantastic, and even for
the three
hosting us.
Collaboration, that you guys will do the rapping and I'll be doing the singing, right?
Ce n'est pas problème.
Okay, guys. Is there any last thing you want? You still didn't do your acapella. Once someone is said ready, go. So do something. I don't know.
Mr. Dave.
We're waiting. Yes, we're waiting for you. Crying when you finish, and Dave will do her. Crying. Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Dave, check with your microphone. I think it's off. Check with the mic.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Davyne. No, your microphone is gone off.
Okay.
Okay, you do yours for us.
All right, check it out.
Hey.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, my name is D Cryme, 6-star general, and I go like this. OG is she OG. Yeah, hey. When the power West combine.
Hey.
Yeah, you get near put your two just again mine.
Hey.
Ha, but who living legends? G plays D Cryme. Chop buffalo. Up on chin crack red wine. It's here from fan chemi beat we say me crash it. The fans. Men chimo come biom dance na the action. Wow, was the yeah that be but no one her massy. Fio I shem pass it. Listen. Certified. Okay, let me do it more English so we can all understand. Certified to me hit the passport. Whenever I step, everybody hands up. Young Mafia also far from corrupt. Forbes list on the mind, you know I can't flop. Dr. Cryme, make it my fans, yet to say handcuff. Keep up to death could give us transport. I had your Wichimia, it could tear your eye top. Topic for the critics, now your mommy hands up. I'm hell of a winner, yeah, hell of a winner. Mama, I made it, mama, I'm bigger. Tell my Eminem, so you compare me to Jigger. And you have $1 billion, Diafa Wisika. I am a hell of a winner, yeah, hell of a winner. Multi-platinum awards, I'm bigger. Key players want to sign me to La Liga. And you have $1 billion, Diafa Wisika.
Hey! And then you ended with Relalio. Come on.
Relalio, yeah, Relalio. You don't need to be told straight.
That's great. Okay, so
can y'all hear me?
Rapper, yes, give it to us now.
Yeah. Now we can hear you now. Great.
All right. Here we go. I gotta start with the hook. Here you go. Since save me, this world they hate me. And all my friends, they blaming me for the things in the past. Some say that I won't last. I ain't never giving in. I know I hurt some people. I feel bad. I let them down, but I'm still a God-fearing man. The Bible makes it so clear to trust in the Lord, not in Davyne, but put your trust in God. Now look at our thoughts and look at our behavior. Look at our ways. Ain't you glad we got a Savior? He's the righteous one. He's the first and last. He's the Son of David, and he's the Son of Man, and he's the God of gods, the great high priest. When situation comes, he is the Prince of Peace, and he's the man from heaven, and he's the morning star. He's the door. Come in, he'll meet you where you are, and he's the hope of glory and the eternal light, and he's the I am when nothing really going right, and he's the last Adam, and he's the true vine, the true bread born to die. Lord, since you say this world they hate me, and all my friends they blaming me for the things in the past. Some say that I won't last. I ain't never giving in.
Whoa!
Great.
That is great. Guys, go check them out on YouTube, all social media. They are making it great. And very soon, watch out. It's going to be Cryme, Davyne, and Princess Roy collaboration.
360.
Okay, so our last comment says a nice show. So thank you guys so much. It's been a fantastic day, phenomenal. I don't know how to describe this show, but I think this is the topmost show that I have really done, and I have really.
Yes, sir.
Thank you guys. And you can see see from the comments, people have really enjoyed it. They have really enjoyed it. People are saying great show, well done, and all that. And thank you to you. Thank you to my audience, my fans. Thank you for Davyne's fans, Dr. Cryme's fans, those that join us. God bless you. Always thank you for your time and everything. And we will be coming back with more, because you can see that the vibes is so strong. You can see the bond is so strong. So we'll come back with more topics to you guys to educate you. That's the most important, to educate you, to know how to motivate you and encourage you as well with our knowledge that we have, because you can see this man has gone live, they've gone experience, they've got wisdom that they can share to help you out there. So thank you so much. This is the Pinky Room Show with Princess Roy. Watch out for our April episode coming on the last Saturday of April. You can't miss that one. And I'm not going to tell you the topic, so you have to wait for the topic, because that's why I always want to catch you on surprise. Okay,
exactly.
So follow us on social media. On Facebook is Princess Roy. On Instagram is rich_Princess Roy, and also Princess Roy fan page. And YouTube is Princess Roy. Go subscribe to Princess Roy YouTube channel. Click on the subscribe button, so that anytime that we come live, you will get an alert and you can join and enjoy this wonderful talk show, the Pinky Room Show with Princess Roy. Thank you once again, my wonderful guest. I don't know what to say, but we'll talk later. So I'm going to say bye-bye to you all. Bye-bye, and God bless you. Thank you once again.
Big shout outs to Davyne. God bless you, Princess Roy.
God bless you.
Yeah.
Yes,
thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Say again.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. So you guys can get in touch and then you plan something. I'm waiting for a collaboration. Definitely.
It's definitely coming on. It's definitely coming on.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right.
Well,
so bye for now. I'll speak to you guys later. God bless you. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Princess Roy on the Pinky Room Show. I just want to thank everyone, my fans. Thank you, my guests. Thank you for everyone who had the time to stay up to watch the Pinky Room Show. Watch out for our next month, the April Pinky Room Show episode. And also, go subscribe to the YouTube channel. Click on the subscribe button now. Share this show with your friends and families. Let them know what is going on. Someone out there needs to hear all these things for us to learn, educate ourselves, motivate ourselves, and to encourage ourselves. Don't be selfish. Share with someone. Let them also join in next month for our Pinky Room Show April episode. Okay. And I just want to say thank you to my media partners, Lively TV and Aberdeen TV. Thank you so much. And also, I would like to thank my partners, Jackie's Yogurts, Fresh Yogurts, Ghana, and Africa Connects, also in UK, and Roy Shito. Thank you all for everything. If you want to sponsor this show and you want to help, because this show we used to help people on the street, women on the street, babies, kids that are going through a lot. We are helping them out there. So if you want to sponsor, please, the number is 07459 459 661. Also, you can go to the Pinky Room Show, so the Pinky Room at hotmail.com. And also, if you want to help us, you can bring your support. We need to help someone out there. Every month we go out there and help a mother with children who is suffering, who can feed them. They need our support. So please, every little counts. And God bless you. God will bless you for everything that you've done. We need to help an orphanage out there. We need to help the less privileged. We need to help the mothers on the street, women on the street. There's so many topics that we have to on this show to share with you. So please, like I said, click on the subscribe button and share our flyers. Help promote this show because we are doing wonderful job just for you. Just for you. Thank you so much. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you. Gorgeous outfits. Thank you so much. You look nice, Pinky. Thank you so much. God bless you. So I'm going to say bye-bye to you. Next time, that's April, the last Saturday of April, the Pinky Room Show, April episode coming up soon. Watch out. Go to my YouTube media, all my media channels. You have all the information. Thank you so much. Love you all. See ya.